Okay, what's going on everybody? We are in Lichfield city centre today. We're going to go and have a look at an 800-year-old building. They started building this back in the 1200s and it took them 200 years to finish it. So we're going to go and check that out again today. This is our second little city trip where we're going to be travelling around, finding old buildings, cool, interesting things, and ultimately trying to find some interesting tile art that we can get stuck into. So we're walking there now. We're going to go check it out and I'll show you guys when we're there. Just absolutely baffles me how they built things like this 800 years ago. So it did take them 200 years to finish. I believe there was a lot of restoration work that needed doing as there was a civil war that happened. Try and find out a little bit more information on the civil war, but I think that happened in the 1600s. But so this is a lot of the architecture that's found on a cathedral like this is known as Gothic architecture. I'm sure there's another term for it, and the reason that it got called Gothic architecture, it actually wasn't a positive label that was put on this type of work. It was just called to be Gothic as a bit of an insult, really, to say how kind of dark it was. But a lot of this architecture, I believe, came from the Roman Empire and came over from France, from what I've read. But it's things like these gargoyles that just amaze me. I mean, I think the reason why they did things like this is to make it, was just to make it look impressive. It has people in awe. I also know a lot of the brick that was used on this cathedral is red sandstone. So this is the red sandstone. Apparently it's quite soft, which is again why you see a lot of the wear. I mean, apart from the fact that it's 800 years old, there's a lot of wear and tear on the outside of it. I don't know whether there's been many remedials on this brickwork, but some's worse than others. And again, this is just because it weathers very easily due to its soft nature. I think that the red sandstone too is softer than normal sandstone. So we'll keep having a look around. I'm just going to keep throwing some crazy facts at you, but think, so this is, I don't want to butcher this, but I'm sure I read that this is one of the only cathedrals, I'm guessing in the UK, that has 3 spires. So we've got the big one in the middle there. So we've got the big one up here. And then we've got another one here. And then, I don't know where the other one is. So we can go and have a look for that. I don't know about you guys, hope you don't find it morbid, but there are some grave stones here. And it's quite interesting to have a look and see what years they were down and who it was. I'm sure whoever's grave this is has some strong history of this place. Just something that I feel like is worth me mentioning is I'm not a religious person. So like, I just feel like I just want to say that just to make it clear. I'm not a religious person. I'm not against religion. It's just something I've never kind of gravitated towards in following an active religion. I like to think of myself as somebody that's open-minded to it though, and open-minded to people's beliefs. But what I'm trying to get at is I don't think you need to be religious to come to a place like this and really appreciate the scale and the work and art and the architecture behind it and the planning that must have taken place to be able to make such a grand place like this 800 years ago. Oh, and as I've come around the corner, I've just spotted what I believe is the 3rd spire. So we'll keep making our way around there, and this is the back side of it. Got lots of stained glass in the windows. This place is just huge. Just look at this. Again, the stone masonry on stuff like this, it's just incredible. For this to all be carved out of one piece of stone. The sheer size of the doors as you stand here, and all of the patterns that have been carved into this, I don't even know what to call it, I'll be honest guys. Let me know down below if you, what do you call that? It's like not a coving, but I hope you know what I mean. It's incredible. I mean, even that itself, just think how much time it would have taken to do this. Okay, so we've just been wandering around the back. That was the door that we went to just over here. So I believe we're coming around to the front of Yep, the cathedral now we are. I think you can see some people down here. So we're going to have a little wander down to the front. Oh my gosh. We've just got to the front of it. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm going to go and show you this now. Oh my word, that looks incredible. I've been here once before, years ago, for a little event with the family, but it was really dark and there were lots of lights up and stuff, so you couldn't really see it. But wow. So we're going to go have a look at this now anyway. We should be able to, hopefully, anyway, go and have a little mooch inside. But Jesus Christ. Oh, I hope that's a respectable thing to say around here. But oh my word, can you guys see all of this? I'm going to stand back and get some footage with the camera. I do love Lichfield. I'm surprised it only took them 200 years to build. Look at it. You know, think how limited they would be with the materials and the tools 800 years ago. But I know we can discuss the pyramids and the Egyptians, that's something else. That's a whole other ball game, but even this, it's just incredible. Hoping I'm gonna go and walk in and wow. That's one of the biggest tables I've ever seen. So, fun fact, I think these tiles, or what the guy told us, was the first order that got put through with the Stoke Minton factory. This was when the restoration happened in the 1800s. Or maybe it was these. Or maybe it all looked like this and this is the restored version. I'm not 100% sure. I was literally just standing in the centre aisle over here. I was about to leave and I've looked over here and I've just seen, I don't know if you can see all of these little faces. I'm sure they'll mean something. Again, if one of you are watching this, feel free to educate me below. That's what I'm here for. But they've all been carved into the side, so I don't know whether they were put in afterwards or whether it really is all out of this one piece of bits of stone, I don't know. That's really cool. There's so much really awesome about this place. Okay, we're back outside. Now, one thing that I've got to say is, I don't know how that's just gone in there, because I've gone in, I've asked for a little bit of permission to film and record, and I've had to email a lady to ask whether it's okay for me to use the footage online for inside. So we're going to see whether I've managed to get that permission or not. I've already emailed her because I'm hoping to get home and edit this video and get it up. If I don't hear back or I don't get the permission, then the video picks back up here. I'll try and push it and see whether I can just get a little bit of permission for a little bit of inside. But again, if they don't want me to record inside and upload it onto my channel, then I won't do it. And that's the only thing that gets a little bit difficult with this series. It's that because I'm not out in public all the time, I'm constantly finding myself running up against having to get permission to record in places. So it's all good. We're going to figure it out. I think as time goes on, and I've got a bit of a backlog of content that I can show to people before I'm arriving, then we can start using it to our advantage. I'm literally here just to learn and investigate more about the art and architecture of these beautiful places, and hopefully we can get people on board. So we're going to continue to travel around the side of the cathedral and see what else we can bump into. One thing I did read is that there's a prison somewhere on this. I know that sounds balmy, but yeah, I'm sure there's you know what, I'm going to have a little look now, see if I can figure out where this is. I probably would have, oh that's nice, I probably would have ended it somewhere close to here if I could guarantee that I was able to use the footage inside the cathedral, but I can't. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and see if we can find what was being used as a prison from the 1500s to the 1800s. So there's 300 years of them using what was a prison, which is now a guildhall. So that's back into Lichfield city centre. So this is probably one of the last views we're going to get of this for now. Again, what would be so cool that could come of a series like this that I would love to get involved in, if there was ever any restoration of either the stone or the tile on the outside and there were some specialists that were involved in that, if I could come and just document it or get involved in it somehow, or even if it wasn't here and we were looking at doing it on another cathedral or another building, like an old building restoration, I think that would be so cool. I think you guys would find it really interesting. I'd love that. There's definitely content to be had and made out of things like this. So as I say, we're gonna travel over to the Guildhall, which is literally 5 minutes over here, and we're gonna see, apparently you can have a look around what used to be the cells in there. So we're gonna go and see whether they're okay with us doing that. Don't know whether it's gonna be a similar policy to what's going on here, and whether we can actually use the footage. But anyhow, we're going to go and check it out. I'm going to do my best, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Okay, so we're going to walk back into Lichfield Centre. I think I know where this is. I mean, I've stood next to the building we're walking to many times. I did not know, I didn't know what it was until a couple of minutes ago. I certainly didn't know that it was once a prison. So it's pretty cool. And you know what, if you can see over here, the big spire, again, it's another new word I've learned. That's it. I think that's it. So we're going to pop over there. Look at this, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day today. But yeah, this is cool, new type of content. It's a bit of a breath of fresh air for me to be able to just have a wander around and learn. Still hunting down for tiles and stone and cool architecture, but in a different setting. This is a cool old building over here. I think this is an antique store. some cool things in here.
See the floor in there?
Nah.
It's all wooden squares.
Oh wow. After you.
Okay. Sure. Do you
Yeah,
want to go first?
No, honestly, after you. Yeah, it's okay.
You haven't got a silver photo frame, have you?
Small one.
Well, not, I wouldn't want it too small. Probably to take a 6x4.
Okay, that was a slight detour. I almost bought a couple of things in there then, but need to stop myself in situations like that. So let's see if we can go and find out a little bit more information on this place. I don't know if you can see this, but basically we're at the we're at the library, the hub at St Mary's Library, but the Guildhall is another street over here, so actually it's actually not the building I thought it was going to be. So we're going to keep moving and yeah, see where this actually does take us. That's the Guildhall. Okay, it's just right ahead of us. So this is a place that was apparently used as a prison. The door's not open. I'm not sure whether we can go in there or not. Okay, so can't see inside. Which is a shame. That's the building that we thought it was, but that's actually a library. Alright, so as I say, that was the Guildhall. I was hoping it was going to be open, but it's not. Apparently, as I said earlier, there are some prison cells in there and stuff, so that'll be kind of cool. But we have just had an email back from the lady at the cathedral. She said she wants to view the footage before it goes up. So I'm going to get back. I'm going to get it all on the laptop, get something edited up to try and show her, and see whether we can get it up or not. A little bit annoying, but I understand that they need to, you know, make sure that we're being respectful, which we have been. So hopefully that all goes to plan. And yeah, let me know what you enjoyed. Let me know where you think I should go next. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Love ya.